Did you put your house search on hold last year because it was just too competitive? And now you're just wondering if it's the right time to buy a house? Well, in this video, I'll be covering what a shifting market means for you and how you can take advantage of this current market that we're in. Hey guys, Gwen here with Intero Real Estate at Burlingame, helping you learn about our dynamic and fast-moving Bay Area real estate market. Let's just jump right into it. Just to give you a little color, last year, or even as recent as March of 2022 this year, market was crazy red hot. It was intense where we were getting offers on the listings where it was easily coming in at 7, 10, or even 15 offers on a particular property. And to be competitive as a buyer, buyers had to come in and waive all of their contingencies, meaning that they couldn't have any property inspection contingency or a finance contingency, even if they were getting a loan. Now, as for the down payment, they were coming in at least 20% down, and usually a lot more, coming in 30, 40, 50% down payment. And we're not even talking about the price. In order to be competitive, prices had to come in at least $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 over the asking price just to even be part of the conversation during the counters. Sellers was holding all of the cards, so the buyers had a huge disadvantage because they ended up having to waive all of their contingencies just to stay competitive, meaning they couldn't do a property inspection contingency on a property even if it had underlying issues, just because the homes were moving so fast. In a lot of cases, 7 to 10 days, and they didn't really have the time to do the due diligence on the property. And oftentimes, the buyers had to settle on a property that didn't really check a lot of the boxes that they had. Fast forward to the second quarter of this year, where the feds had to deal with inflation. Feds basically had to raise interest rates, and in fact, it was the fastest that they've raised in history, just to curb inflation. Basically, rates shot up 2% higher than what was, say, a month ago, which means everyone's borrowing cost just went up. So someone that was pre-approved for, say, $1.7 million previous to the rate hike now could only qualify for, say, $1.5 million because everyone's buying power just went down. Overnight, buyers just went to the sidelines and put a pause in their home search. So the homes that were getting 10 to 15 multiple offers quickly reduced and went down to getting only offers like 5, down to 3 to 1, and in some cases, they weren't getting any offers at the offer date. Homes were just taking a little bit longer to sell. So homes that were selling 7 to 10 days started to go up to, say, 21, 30, up to like, say, 45 days. So keep this in mind. Here in the Bay Area, we are still in a seller's market, meaning that there's still a huge housing demand. There's still a lot of buyers out there, but homes were just taking a little bit longer and just wasn't selling in the rapid, fast pace that they were just a few months ago. So the housing demand's still there, but the buyers are just sitting on the sidelines and taking their time. So how do you write a competitive offer in today's market? First off, take a deep breath. Why? Because you can. Homes are no longer selling within a week. They're just taking a little bit longer. So you have time to actually take a look at the property and assess it to see if it fits your needs. You're no longer competing against 10 other buyers for that particular property. And in terms of the contracts, you can actually write the contracts now a little bit differently to help you, the buyer, and protect yourselves when you're writing the offer. And you can actually write an offer with contingencies in this market and still stay competitive. So writing finance contingencies with 7 to 10 days and maybe 3 to 5 days of property inspection contingency is very realistic in today's market. And you can also ask the seller for any type of concessions for maybe repairs to the property and perhaps some type of credit, seller credit, to just help pay down your closing costs. And you can also be a lot more creative with your offers. So let's just say you and the seller can't meet on the price. Now, you can always ask the seller to buy down the rate to help you lower your interest rate, which will eventually lower your monthly payment. Remember, we're still in a seller's market, but we are shifting into a more balanced market, meaning that everything is open for negotiations. And for you buyers out there who's been sitting on the sidelines for the past year or so, it is a great time for you to go out there and find the perfect home that you've always wanted, because there's less competition. And true, interest rates is higher now. However, we're no longer seeing the overbids from before. Homes are no longer selling a few $100,000 over the asking price. And what's happening now is that homes that are coming on the market, the asking price is what we call transparent pricing. And so the seller's expectation is very close to what the asking price is today. So it's much easier to navigate through the market. And keep this in mind. You can always refinance your loan to a much lower rate when the time comes. So you can lock in a lower rate and you can lower your monthly payment. So you're not locked into this interest rate market that we're in today. If you're thinking about making a move, give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. We can sit down and come up with a game plan to help you win in this market. Until then, thank you for watching. Check out this next video if you're considering making a move here in the Bay Area.